There is a poem that is said to be called Buddha's Enlightenment poem. This is one of those poems I occasionally contemplate regarding the depths of meaning behind the poem. The Buddha we are talking about here is Shakyamuni Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama. One of the misconceptions many people have about Buddha is there is only one Buddha. But the truth is there are countless number of Buddhas. Amitabha Buddha, Yaksayore, Shakyamuni Buddha, 전단 공덕불, 사자월불, 투전승불, and many more. Buddha is state of awakened beings. Shakyamuni spent nights under the Bodhi tree, where he said to have awakened to the morning star, enlightened to the true nature of existence. This is called 견명성오도. According to Mahayana text, upon attaining Buddhahood, Shakyamuni said, I, together with all beings, simultaneously enlightened, or simultaneously achieved the way. In East Asia, the following poem is conveyed as the words of Shakyamuni Buddha. 인성 견호, enlightened by looking at the star. 오파 비성, after awakening, it is not a star anymore. 불축 어물, not chasing things. 불시 무정, but not a mindless being. So the first line says he was enlightened by looking at the morning star, and second line goes 오파 비성. After awakening, it is not a star anymore. You can see here his perspective has completely changed. That's why the star was no longer a star to him. In third line he says not chasing things, which means that any material ethics or physical objects and values are meaningless to him. The last line goes 불시 무정, but not a mindless being. 무정, the mindless beings here are like nature, the sky, mountains, earth, sea, trees, rocks, water, etc. To understand the word 무정, we need to understand what 정 means. 정 is a combination of the word 심, mind, and 청, greenness. 청 symbolizes green plants growing next to a well, and it represents purity and greenness. So 정 has a hidden meaning of pure mind. 유정 means having 정, and 무정 means don't have 정. 유정 is like humans, animals, insects, etc. who have will and minds. And 무정 beings are like nature, which don't have will and minds like 유정. Shakyamuni says in the last line that he is not a 무정, the mindless being, but also not chasing things in the third line. That makes his state not a human, but also not a 무정, the mindless being. I assume that is why he said in the second line, the star isn't a star. He no longer had a perspective of humans. Contemplating this poem, I think we can have a little bit of glimpse of his state. Understanding this poem with the brain will not reach the mind he has enlightened. Your notions, knowledge, and perspective must be shattered entirely to awaken your new perspective. And that is an insanely difficult mission, and most of people do not even think of trying but chase opposite values. We must not only chase things with material ethics, but focus on enlightening your true nature of existence to attain Buddhahood, which means unlocking your true potential. Sometimes I look at stars in the sky and think they are not stars. But what I see are only stars, which means I'm still trapped in a human-like perspective, and I still have a long way to go.